But then what's so important about it for me is my favorite fighter is retirement, Carlos Condit, and he's probably going to kill the guy he's fighting.
See, we've lost shit again. Damn it.
Anyways,
Anyways, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's coming out of retirement to fight Neil Magny, who is kind of just a glorified punching bag. But Carlos Condit is a bad motherfucker. And it's a sick card all around because I think Jimmy Rivera's fighting John Lineker. That could be a title eliminator for the 135-pound division. It's going to be a good card, and I suggest Antonio watches it.
Yeah.
Oh,
No one's watching. No one's watching now. Anyways, but like, I don't know. Do you think that Cyborg? You think Cyborg is going to destroy her?
I don't think she's going to destroy her. I think there's a good chance she wins, but Holly Holm is she's the smartest female fighter ever, maybe, because maybe not the best, but she's so smart because she doesn't play into other opponents' hands. Like, she's going to do her thing, which against Cyborg is going to be sticking and moving. She's going to keep away, try and tire her out with jabs and long kicks, and she's not going to brawl with her, which is what Cyborg wants. So, I know I think Holly Holm can take a good enough punch to not get overwhelmed by Cyborg, because that's Cyborg's thing. Like, she's stronger than everybody and bigger and stronger, so she's going to just overpower everyone. And I don't think Holly Holm is going to, at least not, of course, anybody think can happen. She could hit one fucking time. But
yeah.
I think it's going to be a good fight.
What's the 220?
Are you going to pay money for this fight?
No.
So,
Fire
it ain't that good.
I haven't paid money for a UFC fight in like a year.
Oh, okay.
What's 120? What's the following?
220 is, you guys may not know, but like people who watch, is
Damn it, the fucking thing's doing again.
Stipe Miocic is the heavyweight champion, and he's fighting this guy named Francis Ngannou. Jay, can you find on the YouTube Francis Ngannou knocking out Alistair Overeem?
The YouTube.
Because it's maybe the most devastating knockout of all time. And this just happened like last month. But Stipe Miocic is like he's a good heavyweight. He's a champion, obviously. But this Ngannou guy is terrifying. He is fucking just absolutely
against who?
Overeem, Alistair Overeem.
It's the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the third one down.
Yeah.
It's this guy's fucking scary. He's like from Africa, and he was like legitimately had a shitty life and had to battle through.
How long is the fight? 7 minutes?
The fight is like a minute.
Okay. So.
Jesus.
The actual fight is like a couple minutes, but they have like the lead time and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a scary motherfucker right there. And you want to see some? This is as close as you're going to see to someone die in a fight.
All
right, we're up
to it. Yeah.
It can't be much longer.
Since his win against Andrei Arlovsky back in January.
Watching this guy whip the shit out of somebody, hopefully.
Yeah, it's not even a whipping; it's a one-punch murder.
So who's been against the cage?
The guy with the blonde hair is Ngannou.
Okay,
the scary guy.
So it's about to go down right here, isn't
it's
it?
about to happen.
Oh, God.
Some big motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're each like 250, 260. And this is as close as you're going to see to someone die.
I think I might have actually seen this.
Oh, come on. Come on. Let's see it.
Just wait.
There's only a couple more seconds left of this video.
Oh,
God damn.
That uppercut was nasty.
It just killed the whole stream. Holy shit, that guy got whipped.
It's horrifying. That they say the world record for punching power belongs to him.
Too much fun.
Like, did you hear me, Jake? The legitimate world record for punching power belongs to that guy.
Huh.
Just like the force of his muscles hitting a surface.
Yeah. And damn it, I can't find I had a picture that the UFC froze of that exact moment when he hit him, and it's amazing. So somebody else talk while I look for it.
I just want to hear you breathe.
just wheeze into it.
Can you just wheeze for the next 30 seconds while you look into it? Slower. So I made the mistake by going to the mall today.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
God.
wondering.
Yeah, so we had to get some shit, like, not shit, but like presents. And so we went to Walmart. We already had shit bought to where you could
Wait, you were being present somewhere, or you bought presents?
Bought presents. I said we were getting shit. And I was like, "That's not shit." We
Ding,
went and
ding.
got presents.
This is the still that UFC put out after that happened.
Finish
Was it-
him. That looks like some fucking.
Yeah.
Like a movie.
Yeah.
That
What
looks like Mortal Kombat. Like, it looks like a Mortal Kombat uppercut.
So,
You went to the mall.
was it packed?
The shit was packed tight.
Yeah.
Walmart
That's
was ridiculous
disgusting.
today.
At 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, it wasn't that bad, but it's just like, why did I make the mistake to go this late before Christmas to go do anything?
Yeah.
B, why is everyone as stupid as me?
Yeah.
It just
think.
doesn't make any sense. Like,
Aaron and I went to Dunkin' Donuts today, and around it was like 4 o'clock in the evening. So, I mean, can you imagine? Walmart, there was the fucking.
which
whole
one did you
Northeast.
go to? Oxford?
We went to Northeast.
Northeast. Oh.
The one in Northeast was. There might have been like 30 total open parking spots, and that whole fucking parking lot.
Wow.
Was
Giant.
ridiculous.
It's so crazy.
Jesus Christ.
But I made the mistake of going to hers last night when Aaron was at work to get my credit card from her. And, you know, they put the lights up there, and everybody and their mother was there trying to see the lights. And it took me legitimately 5 minutes to get from the entrance to the parking lot because everybody was going so slow. And I almost ran over a child. You're not supposed to get out of your car, but people do.
Jeez.
It was fucking miserable.
And it would have been your damn fault if you hit it.
Probably, yeah.
Yep.
No, so I went to. I don't even know if I'm talking to this thing right now. So out of it these days.
I can hear you, though. So.
Yeah.
But can they? I don't know. Walmart, not that bad. And then to go from Aberdeen Walmart to the Hartford Mall, there's no easy way to do it. That
No.
takes too long.
Yeah.
Everybody on the fucking road can't drive in the rain. Most of the people that are on the road aren't even from around here. I don't think I saw a Maryland tag all day.
So why
I mean, it makes
why
fucking
did you go to Christiana? Why didn't you just go because of the taxes or?
No, because
Wait, he went to Hartford.
I went to Hartford Mall.
Okay, you went. Oh,
Yeah, I went to
I thought you
Hartford.
said you went to Christiana.
Greg, did I say Christian?
No, you didn't. You're
Thank
good.
you.
Oh, maybe I just
Thank
fucking yeah.
Originally, you didn't say.
I'm so glad that you listen to what I say. I'm so glad. So glad you're just creating your own story.
Originally, you didn't go. You didn't say. You just said you went to the mall, but then you just said Hartford Mall and Zach's
Yeah.
retarded. So.
He assumed Hartford, so I must have said it.
Oh, no, you
just
did.
did
No.
a second ago.
The second
but the
time
first
you
time
did.
you just
I
said
assumed
normal.
Christiana.
Who the fuck would go up there?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, why would you go to Christiana from Aberdeen Walmart?
You're a fucking idiot.
Jesus Christ.
I might be an idiot. I'm not that much of an idiot. But no, I went to Harvard Mall because I had to go to the bookstore to get some books for presents.
Is that what you get at bookstores? Is books?
It's funny you say that, like to be an asshole.
Do they carry your book?
Not yet. Did you guys know I wrote a book?
But like, that wasn't even that bad. But then we were like, oh, let's get something to eat. It's not early enough, or it's not late enough. We gotta kill time. Go to Petco. There's a fuck ton of people at Petco. Go to the mall because we need to walk through the mall to go. We went to Red Robin, so
Underrated.
underrated.
I like Red Robin.
I like Red Robin.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like
Bottomless,
the giant.
bottomless fries.
I don't like the giant burgers. I don't like the big burgers.
I'm a fat guy.
Why?
It's too much burger. It's a fucking half pound of burger. It's too much.
That's
I always
where
get-
that's where I disagree.
Okay.
Zach loves some big meat.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I
I'll
love-
fucking punch you in the face right now. Coming from the guy that ate a large cheesesteak and then 3 sushi rolls?
Yeah.
Wow.
Still hungry after that.
Wow.
And you
No.
weigh 110
No,
pounds.
he ate a large Bigfoot cheesesteak yesterday
Holy shit.
at 1 o'clock. Then we went to dinner at like 5, 6 o'clock.
I was
And he
still
ate
hungry.
3 fucking sushi rolls and he was still hungry. And he wants to talk about that a half pound burger is overweight, like like not enough.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm
Not
fucking.
overweight.
I'm pushing 260 or 260, not 360. Thank
Can-
God.
We can
Soon.
we can share that worm.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
we
just
already
gotta,
talked
I just
about-
gotta
yeah,
grab it out of your
yeah,
butt.
we already talked about how we're gonna give it
It's
to you.
just like
I think that's the main thing that makes me the most mad is like him and Chad will fucking kill food.
Well, Chad's starting to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
slow. His metabolism's slowing down.
Not
Like, I'm
really.
still going
I don't
strong.
think he is.
A little bit.
A little
A
bit.
little bit.
Not like me or like you, but
he
like,
doesn't have that slim, petite figure like I do anymore.
Ah,
Well, you're a man dog, so
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do about it. If you could just get like a little bit of a thicker beard,
Yeah.
because that's trendy now.
Yeah.
So, and maybe a cooler haircut, but you got like the navy cut now. So
You got a fucking Navy cut.
mine's cooler than yours. Shut up.
I would disagree with that.
Oh.
Saved by the mic
Saved
guard.
by the microphone. The fuck was that?
It's just the wrapper.
I just want I don't want no dogs eating. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah. Red Robin burgers, too fucking big. I get the Tavern burger, which is two 2-ounce patties. Guess what? 4 ounces of meat is a fucking serving, not 8. Delicious. Hey, I'll go under on the meat, but 22-ounce Lagunitas IPA.
Nice.
I drank the shit out of
Yeah.
that.
See, now the one you got with the 4 ounces would fill up anybody. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
I was struggling to finish that thing.
The 8 ounces makes you get you to that miserable point that Americans need to be at.
Oh, is that the problem?
Yeah, if I'm not miserable,
I'm
I
not-
haven't been
Yeah,
saved
exactly.
yet.
If it's not like if I don't eat an entire large cheesesteak, then it's not, what the fuck is the point of eating
Yeah,
eating?
yeah. I ate that large cheesesteak. I was like,
That's
I
the
can have
problem
another
with you Americans.
one.
Anyways, yeah. So after that, went back to Petco because I didn't want to buy fish and then let them sit in the car and freeze before I went home. So I had to go back to Petco, buy fish. It was even worse there, and then just getting home because we took Route 1.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
It's Jesus Christ.
I'm realizing how terrible Route 1 is when it
Oh,
comes
it's
to
so bad.
like traffic.
That's the trouble with living where we live. It's
Yeah.
away from 95.
It's an $8 toll or it's
Right.
shitty traffic.
Yeah. $8. I remember the day that they switched that, or the first time I realized they switched it. He said that'll be $8, and it went from what 4 to 8 or whatever.
Are you fucking
Yeah.
shaking me down?
I was like, "Are
Is
you
this a
fucking
ruse,
joking?"
man?
You know me, I'm like generally a nice guy. I don't give customer service retailer like people very much trouble. But he was like, that'll be $8. I was like, are you fucking serious? I think I was even in a bad mood that day or something. I mean, I'm coming home from somewhere, so obviously I was in a bad mood because Aaron made me do something. But I said, are you fucking serious? He's like, and he was like chipper. He was like, he didn't give a fuck about my opinion.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, it's $8 now. Sorry, dude. And I was like, God fucking damn it. He's like, well, good day to you too. And that just pissed me off so much.
Remember when that shit was only $2?
Yeah,
That was like when we first started driving.
dude.
Guess what? Still only $20 a year though. So.
Yeah,
That's true.
It
I don't
only-
go. I
it
don't drive
used to
through
be
it enough.
$5 here, $10.
Well, no
here.
shit. You don't drive
Yeah.
through it enough. You don't live here.
The fucking thing, like it just. I get so irritated going through that bridge. $8 to go over that. What is it, like a mile and a half?
Yeah.
If that.
Into a shitty county that
Yeah.
no one lives in.
Yeah.
So like we talked about this before. It's like $13 to go across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Channel.
Yeah.
That's
You're going through
two tunnels, 17 and something miles.
across the largest bay in
Yes.
the world.
with a rest area in the middle too,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's agreed.
and you can go back across and it will be free
Does
within
anybody
24
know?
hours.
Yeah, does anybody know how bad you get nailed when you just drive through and not pay the toll? Because I had my rental car and completely forgot.
Oh, shit.
that
Dude,
I was
you're
in the rental
fucked.
car.
Yeah, you're fucked.
So I'm probably gonna get hit by the rental car company.
When
How
Yeah,
many
rental
times
car.
did you go through it though?
Just once.
Oh no,
Lucky.
$12.
Oh, okay.
Unless the rental car company tacks something on.
Yeah, well, they might.
When did you have a rental car?
When my car got destroyed by fucking squirrels. You didn't hear the story?
Damn.
Oh my god. So
Brand new car.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't
Wait,
hear
which
this.
car?
I did get destroyed.
It's a brand new car.
My Civic hatchback, my 2017 Civic hatchback.
The one you bought like 3 months ago.
Yeah. So
Not even.
You let it get fucked up by squirrels?
That's-
What's a car gonna do
I'll,
that?
all right. Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
tell
you're pretty much dead if you hit anything.
No. I'll tell you the story. All right. So I was coming home from somewhere, and I got to my house, and I noticed my heat wasn't working. I'm like, oh my god, why is my heat not working? All right,
brand new
whatever.
car,
I'll
yeah.
have to go and get it fixed or whatever. It's probably an issue that like it's something that's gonna be covered under warranty. Well,
It
next
looks
morning,
like you stare. Hold on. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it looks like Zach's staring into the camera, but he's not. He's staring at himself
yeah,
on the screen.
Oh fuck yeah!
through the camera.
Yeah, the camera basically.
It's prime position for me to just monitor the looks of myself.
Greg's heat stopped working.
Yeah, so my heat stopped working. So the next morning, I go out to me and Becca go to play disc golf, and I'm driving, and I start to notice that the temperature in my car is fluctuating. I'm like, this is a new car. What is happening? And then it just starts going up, and I have to pull over because it's just about to overheat. And I was like, all right. So I call AAA, and I have them tow it to the dealership because I'm like, this has to be just like it's something covered under warranty. It's something's defective in my car. So they check out my car, and they're like, yeah, the only thing we found was what we found out was that your cooling fans were all beat up, and you had a puncture in your radiator from the inside of your car. I'm like, okay, so how'd that happen? They're like, I don't know, maybe something bounced up underneath your car, which it's a new car. You know everything underneath his car is covered, so there's no way something bounced up underneath the car.
It's got that plastic covering underneath or whatever.
So then the insurance guy goes up, and then the guy that was working on the car, he's like, the only other thing I can think of is like maybe an animal went up there and put something in it and it messed it up. Well, so the insurance company goes out there to check it because I'm obviously going to have my insurance company pay for it because it's not a factory defect, so it's not covered under warranty. So I'm going to have to pay money for this stupid
mishap.
Yeah,
mishap.
So the guy from the insurance company comes out and he has them take apart even more so he can get up in there and look, and he's like, yeah, there were some acorns in there. The only thing I could think of is like some squirrels put some acorns up by the cooling fan, and the cooling fan spun, it got messed up, and it took out the radiator. I was like, all right, so I guess I have to pay the $250 deductible.
Yeah.
Deductible. And then they get back to me, and it's like, all right, so the one other thing is your insurance doesn't cover like factory parts. It only covers aftermarket parts. Like,
what?
No. I'm not putting aftermarket parts in my brand new car. So then I have to pay another $120 to get like actual Honda parts put in my car. So I had to pay all that money because
a fucking
some
squirrel,
dipshit squirrel, put nuts in my car.
This is nuts in your
nuts in you.
My plan is, if this happens again, I'm just going to start murdering squirrels and just leave their dead bodies around my car.
Not even going to swerve on the road when you see their fucking.
Just swerve towards them.
So did you hear about when we were up at Todd and Ashley's wedding? How I had the flat.
No,
so we're sitting there and
let me interrupt again. Greg was your best friend. Greg was
that is true.
Gallivanting around.
Yeah, I was getting beer, bro.
No,
you were disc golfing.
He was with his new friend Magic Mike.
Hot Mike.
Yeah, just left me in the dust. And Gilly was a great friend.
I want to say that I helped Zach and Greg did not.
Okay, so have you ever seen a spare tire that Mercedes has?
Is it a donut?
So it's this fucking wild thing. So we pulled this thing out. we pulled this spare tire out, and it's a
on
good
an SUV. It's
a good 10
inch,
inches like smaller than what the rest of the tires. Like, this is not the right spare tire, and like we're just trying to figure it out. And eventually we figure out that this thing like morphs, like it evolves into an actual spare tire. Like,
so it starts out as like a Charmeleon, and then has to evolve into a Charizard.
So like the sidewalls of the tire are tucked into itself. So
like
it's tucked,
folded under.
It's folded under, and the outside, like the surface of the tire is like pushed down. So when you inflate it with the air compressor that comes with the car, like it all just pops out. Like it actually legitimately morphs. So you're gonna have to look this up on YouTube.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's wild.
And the shitty thing is,
so we figure out that like the rim was bent, right? So
the rim was bent is why you had a flat.
The rim was bent, so we just end up going to the maintenance guys, and they just sledgehammer the shit out of my rims and beat it into submission, and it's fine. I didn't go take it in, and it's been
the worst thing about it was we were trying to use the spare. We put the spare on, then we put the normal one back on, and put the spare back on. The air compressor that came with the car, the little box one they give you, didn't have enough power to inflate this tire. So we had to call the maintenance guys, and luckily they were cool and let us use the air compressor, and it boom. Yeah.
Literally. It's not like that. It's like it slowly morphs out. It's weird. It looks weird.
That's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just the moral of the story is Zach's best friend Greg wasn't there, and I was.
That and don't fucking hit potholes.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, dude, not even a pothole one time. When I had that Audi, I loved that car so much. It did not love me back though.
Well, you loved it too hard sometimes.
You loved it too much where it didn't love you.
Oh
anymore.
yeah, that. Yeah, when I ramped it over the train track. Straight up Dukes of Hazzard.
What, down in Perryville?
Yeah. Fucking blew the transmission pan out of
Oh
it.
my god.
I drove it home, like just leak. I drove a friend home and then drove it back home.
You don't need a transmission. You need it. Yeah.
I
Keep it in the same gear.
woke up the next day. I was like, "Damn, that's a lot of oil." But I mean, I recovered that. But like, I was going to visit Aubry. I didn't want to fly down to South Carolina, so we were going to meet like halfway somewhere. I'm just driving there. I'm on the phone. She's like, "Hey, where you at?" "Oh, I'm almost there." Blah blah blah. Boom! I hit tractor and trailers, like their tires, they're retreaded, so like the treads just fall off sometimes. I just hit the tread and fucking blew the axle off of that car.
Wow.
Yeah, scary.
Aaron ran over a cinder block, like a piece of concrete that someone just left in the fucking middle of
I've
the road.
done that too.
That's fucked
You
up.
did that while streaming, were you?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be on Periscope talking around. Then boom! Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Talking about random things
Fucking
in the road,
stupid.
I had a guy that I used to work
Worse
with.
luck.
I had a guy that I used to work with, and he had a random thing in the road. Yeah, somebody, I guess their car broke down, and they're probably drunk or something, and they left their car in the middle of the highway with no lights on. And the dude that I was working with would drive down the road, and just all of a sudden, there's a car, and he hits the shit out of this car.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I hit a deer like a month ago in like a populated area, like not in the fucking middle of the woods or anything. Fucked my car up. Needed a new headlight, new bumper.
What happened to the deer?
This is the best part of the story. I got out of my car and
You
saw
just strap it to your hood and
No.
fucking take it home.
I got out of the
skin it?
car and looked at the damage. And was like, God damn it! And then I was like, all right, well, where the fuck is the deer? Let's see if it's dead. I don't know if I want to try and put it out of its misery if it's like hanging on or something.
I'm going to put it out of its misery by beating the shit out of it.
You guys are laughing. But Todd did that.
Yeah.
So I didn't see the deer anywhere. Then all of a sudden, like after like 30 seconds of looking for this deer, I hear the hooves on the road, and like I don't see a fucking deer.
It's about to fuck
It's,
you up.
it's in the distance. So then it's coming down the road. It's getting closer, and I'm like, all right, deer. So it comes out of the darkness down to my car, runs right next to my car, and I was looking at my car like, this is the fucking thing that just hit me. And it's like,
I'm gonna fuck you up,
It's
motherfucker.
like limping and like falling every once in a while because it's hurt. And then it like looks at me, and I swear it felt like
You did this
yeah,
to me.
it felt like a solid minute. It was just looking at me like, I'm gonna fuck you up. And I'm like, I don't want to fight a deer right now. It's cold outside.
I'm gonna butter your bread.
Yeah. And I'm just locked eyes with this deer. Just like,
So-
God, I don't want
So
to.
I
Like,
took my shirt off. I was like, you want to go, bitch? Let's go.
So
yeah, that's what happened.
So when I was younger, my dad had this Cadillac. I don't remember what model it was, but this thing was a tank. Those things were built like tanks. And my mom was driving around, and, you know, just
Asian driver.
Yeah, it's just her Janae. She's just terrible at driving, and she runs this deer over, and she doesn't even know she hit anything. And she's just like, "What was that?" And my older brother was like, "You just hit a deer. I just saw it fly out of the back. Like you just like literally run the thing over it. It just ramp out of the back." And we get out of the car when we get home. This is on Carpenter's Point Road, and whenever we get home, we're looking at the car. Not a single dent. Wow. The only thing that's removed is the Cadillac symbol from the front. It fell off, and not a dent to that car. And that's what my mom's just like, I didn't hit anything. Like, you hit a deer. Like, it went flying out of the back.
Do you remember when your mom came to pick you up and she backed into the telephone pole?
Yeah, it just
Johnny's?
destroyed the back of her
Yeah.
window.
Oh, yeah.
Christ.
We were all like standing around watching her. She just drove away.
So that
Oh my god.
so like she backed up and ran into the cabling that was holding up the telephone pole. And
You all remember that though, like
Yeah.
backing out of Johnny's driveway.
yeah, and it just touched the window or the back window and just shattered. And she's just like so confused about what happened. But that van has taken some beating. Like
Is it
she
still
was
around?
she was trying to do like a K turn like in our drive. I don't know if you remember.
Wait,
what
what the
driveway
fuck
looks like.
is a K turn?
3-point turnaround?
You mean a J turn? Like a 3-point turn?
A J turn?
Yeah, J turn's not right.
K-turn.
I guess.
It's a 3-point
K-turn
turn.
Yeah, 3-point turn. Yeah,
But it's also the K-turn.
No, I've never. No, that's like.
I could see
what,
where-
is it a Korean turn?
No,
Because
Yeah, I
yeah,
understand
Filipino,
it.
you racist fuck.
because you go like this.
Well, that starts with a P. I can't go to the P
I
turn.
can
You go
see
to
it,
the
yeah.
K turn.
Anyway, but she's doing this 3-point turn, this J turn, and
No, a J turn is where you like back up real hard and then you whip the wheel
Yeah.
and then you turn it around. That's a J
she
turn.
does this and she runs over this fence that's in our yard, and she's just like freaking out. She doesn't know what's going on, and she starts blaming me and Tom that we did it, and we're just like sitting in the front door, like we're not even in the car. What are you talking about? Like, you just like plow over this fence. Like, she's so mad at us. Asian drivers.
Fucking Orientals.
It's such a racist thing to say.
Well, we
J
are-
turn is J turn is like when we try to do those drifting up from leaving
Tokyo Drift
in your
yeah, my
hatchback
red,
into the pond.
good.
No. When I
Yeah.
slid off the road going onto Mountain Hill Road and I went into a bush.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I
dude,
wasn't in the car for that. I saw
I
that
wasn't
on
in the
bus.
car for it either. I just know that like
Yeah.
you pulled into the fucking parking lot with a fucking bush under your car, and Jason Neff was like, "Yo, what the fuck you got a bush under your car for?"
It's like, yeah, don't worry about that.
I remember.
Yeah, I saw it happen because I was on the bus, and then I see Greg in the fucking
Wait, so like he would just follow the bus? Like,
No. He was in front of the bus.
Oh.
Because like
So
the,
wait,
car,
the
the
bu-
cars left before the bus. Remember, like the buses left like after everyone leave out of the parking lot.
Oh.
So like we're driving up, like turning onto Mountain Hill Road, and I see Greg's goofy ass just fucking like in the fucking bush. We're like,
I'm cool, man. Look at me, I drive shit.
Greg did so much of that little red Civic.
Yeah.
I remember when he went off the bridge.
Rest in
killed it.
peace.
Oh,
That's
right off
still
by
at my
the-
house.
I was
That
gonna
was-
say he still has it for some damn
That was,
reason.
that was right after I got out of boot camp. You sent me a picture of it. Like, oh shit.
Me and Brandon had lunch with him and Aaron at like Frank's or something, and then all of a sudden we get a picture of like, him and Aaron fucking in a creek.
Like,
Yeah.
I was just standing up on the roof of my car, like, God damn it.
I'm a
Right.
fucking idiot.
How long was the sigh after you did? It was
Yeah, it was pretty long. Yeah.
come on.
It's like, I gotta get at least the stereo equipment out of the back of my trunk so it doesn't get ruined. So I grabbed like my big subwoofer boombox and pull it out of the car and like set it off to the side. And my skateboard. I got my skateboard too.
Or
You,
when
you still have any of that stuff?
No. Well,
is that the one you made out of fiberglass?
I think no, that one was the red one
The
that had the
subwoofer?
red carpeting on it. Yeah, I might still have that.
Dude, that shit vibrated my teeth. that was excessive, man.
Do you remember when it was cool to
That was
have
when it
rims
was
and a
cool,
fucking
bro.
retarded
Yeah.
stereo?
Yeah,
Dude,
Like,
that's
you
what I
know
had.
it was cool
It-
to spend like $1,000 on
It didn't
shit
even
that-
sound good. It was just yeah, just fucking vibrating.
I remember when
So
Greg drove to
stupid.
school.
I had the same thing in my 92 Honda Accord.
Yeah.
Like,
I
It's
remember
a 92 Honda Accord.
oh yeah, it was a beauty.
Hey, wait. Okay.
What?
I
I was
remember-
about to say they are very quiet out there.
Yeah.
What are they up to?
What are
They're
they into?
colluding.
They're colluding.
I remember
against us.
Greg driving to school when he left his window down. He was sitting on the fucking middle console. I remember that.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing you in your little ass fucking
Dodge
Omni.
Omni.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
And
Dodge
it-
Omni.
It looked like a fucking clown car because
Yeah,
you
I
took
was
up
so
the
big.
entire cab
And the best part about that was
Never in Justin's life has he ever been small.
Literally, I think I saw your knees up to your chin
with my
driving.
flowy long hair. I wrecked the love
You
machine.
should grow that shit again. I swear.
God, yeah. I had long hair too.
I wrecked the love machine.
Dude,
my
your
green
hair was
van.
dope too.
I had that Justin Bieber hat
I
hair.
can't wait till you get out of the Navy.
Mullet.
And then
I'm
not
gonna go
even
for
mullet,
straight
just
mullet.
like grow your fucking hair and a beard, just like a big black beard, a big black like
He's
mullet.
gonna look like a
And-
terrorist. He'll get frisked at every airport.
No, he'll just have like some Fu Manchu,
Some fucking
like,
puby ass beard.
Yeah, no, I think you can grow a thick ass beard. Like I saw, like even when you just grew that little mustache, like the thing was dope.
You just grow out your hair and then just cut a rat tail.
God, yes.
That'd be cool too.
I mean that's not gonna be the first time.
Yeah.
I mean who
Throwback.
didn't have a rat tail?
I had a rat tail.
I had
You have a rat
tail,
tail?
yeah.
Yeah, all
yeah,
of us.
come on,
Who
that's
had a mullet?
90s kids.
Who had a
dude.
mullet?
Oh yeah, I had a.
Yep.
I
had
did
a mullet.
not have a mullet. Well, I
You
mean,
had
I've
a
had
mullet.
I've had mullets,
but not when you were
before.
growing up.
No,
I-
when I was a kid,
I had the long
I had
hair,
the
but I
rat
didn't have the
tail.
shaved sides.
When I was a kid, I had the rat tail. My brother Max had the mullet. Like he was the
So
mullet
you were
kid.
both trendy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my mom
Yeah.
made sure we were trendy.
I had my fucking my mullet or rat tail, whatever I had at the time. My pogs.
Oh, pogs is so stupid.
I got my sweet ass slammer. Sick ass slammer.
Listen, there's nothing cooler than pogs in Pokemon cards. So
Yeah, some fucking paper
We won't
disc
get
that we
into
spent
that.
so much
Greg,
money on.
Greg passed the torch and gave all his Pokemon cards to the
Ian.
arts kid Ian.
Yeah.
No, that's
yo, and he's probably
Still
selling
fun.
them right now
Yeah.
for cash.
I know. I didn't give him. I didn't give him the holographics, bro. I still.
Oh shit! You
really kept
Oh, you
those?
dirty dog!
I didn't know where they
fucked
were.
up.
You dirty dog!
Wow.
No, I
Greg.
still have those. Yeah.
Which
Shout
ones do you
out.
got? You got that? You got that holographic Charizard?
Oh yeah, you know I do.
What's
I-
that worth? Do you think?
Nothing.
Fucking nothing.
I
Unless
always
it's like a first edition, bro.
so remember like the there was like fakes going around that you can buy at like Hunter's Sale Barn, and the only way to tell is if you lit them on fire and you can see like the different color in there, or if you tore them in half and saw like the carbon print on the inside, but you'd completely ruin the card. That was the only way. I learned that from Russell McMullen.
Name
He was-
drop.
Yeah, he sold you a bunch of fakes. You were like, motherfucker!
Well, he was a pretty good friend when I was growing up.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. We you see lived next to me. We hung out.
You
More
guys
than
were
once.
cool.
Yeah.
Taking
Yeah.
it back.
I'm gonna take a pee.
One more break. We'll come
Well,
back.
Sure.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk about bad friends. Bad friends that you had when you were younger, and you just don't. You just don't want to even like.
I have a lot of those.
R.I.P.
Well, I think in a lot of people's opinion, we would be the bad friends. But go ahead.
Nah, man.
we'll talk about Fart Knocker.
Oh my god. Let's not talk about that's dark days in my past.
living room right now. I'm listening. bunch of shit talkers in that living room. And if you hear this tomorrow when you listen, I just want to tell you, fuck off. You cunts. Just a bunch of cunts out there in the living room. Talking shit. The studio's open. Make your own damn show, you bitches.
There's so many women out there talking shit.
There's one woman per
Talking
man.
shit.
One woman per man talking shit about how terrible this show is.
It's all good.
Whatever.
I'm having fun.
So we're talking about friends, right? Old friends.
Bad friends.
Bad friends.
Old bad friends?
Oh well.
You want to get into it?
I gotta say, like growing up. I mean, obviously they're bad. They're probably bad now.
But you could have been a bad friend at that time too.
I mean,
though.
like no, we were, like you know, I mean, I grew up close to Greg, but not close enough where I would go obviously until high school. But I did have a group of friends where, you know, we lived pretty close to each other and we'd actually hang
Did
out.
you guys
a lot.
have opium tents and things like that? Other
No,
stereotypical Asian things?
Opium dens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say opium dens or opium tents?
You said tents.
Tents.
You
Sorry,
said tents.
Same thing.
Dens.
They didn't have
I
walls
said
back
yeah,
then.
dens.
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 Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we had, you know, I don't know. Like
I think I heard that.
I had a pretty good childhood,
Yeah.
just because you know I hung out outside because I live next to
I think like Zach's about to have a confession. I need to put it directly on. His face.
right on my fucking face. No,
That's
but
what she
like
said.
you know, you had
Are you going to apologize to Fart Knocker?
fuck no. No, so we had that camp. You had the Craft Haven that was near your house, and we had Ponderosa Pines, which was near my house.
Those
Old
were our
Marine.
hoods. Those were our hoods.
Yeah, that was my hood. So like,
I had Cox Road.
Like they actually had like a store down there, the old corner store, and I go down there and buy some Fun Dip because you know I'm hard as fuck.
This Fun Dip
yeah,
is the motherfucking
my
shit.
fucking Fun Dip and whatever the fuck else I drank or ate. So
Apple juice
probably yeah,
or
some Capri Sun,
Oh,
Pacific
no. Sunny
Cooler,
D?
obviously. Yeah, but yeah, Fart Knocker. He lived in Ponderosa Pines, and I hated that
So
fuck.
when you say he lived in the campground, he actually lived in it, or like that was his
Yeah, he had the-
vacation home?
He had the permanent mobile home.
He had a permanent residence in the campground.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that lived in there.
Well,
What-
yeah,
wait.
yeah. That's the problem that when I talk about like we talk about the campgrounds. Well, for most people, that might be a trailer park.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, this was a campground.
I understand that, but if you have a permanent residence in a campground, you're basically a squatter in a trailer.
Oh no.
Wait,
No,
Greg
well,
wasn't in the campground.
Yeah, I'm outside.
He lived
the
right next to it.
Well, you know
exactly.
You know the beach that we
Yeah,
partied
yeah,
at a few
yeah,
times.
yeah,
that was a poppin' place. That was
Oh, I believe
it was
that.
ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
when the building
well,
was
it
actually
was only a poppin' place when we were there. When I've ever been there.
Well, no, it was
so.
before.
no,
Right,
no.
right, right,
When,
right, right.
when the campground was open, that place was huge.
Right,
Like,
right.
Like that thing was always packed. The beach was packed. They had the arcade down there that you just go down there and play some video
See, I
games.
don't know any about that.
And they had
Yeah,
the
I
swimming
didn't
pool
either.
and everything. Like that's like walking.
I was
distance
there
from me.
when the recession hit.
You were there when it burned down, and it's just squatters down there. But even then, it's still fun. You know, it's still fun.
I mean, I didn't say I never had a bad time there.
yeah, I've never had a bad time down there. But
I mean,
we'd go down there
But
constantly.
I always
in the
think
summer.
about like the campground that Greg lives next to, not in. Justin, he is higher class than that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Barely.
Brandon lives
Just
in
a
the
snitch.
campground.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, now
even
he
think.
lives
I
in
don't
the
even consider Brandon living in the campground. He's on the outskirts of the campground.
Yeah.
He's the suburbs.
He's the suburbs of the campground.
But like 10 feet behind his house, that's where the shit is.
That's when
no,
it's not even the shit. That's where the campground starts. There's not a lot of people. The outskirts of the campground, those are people that are permanent residents. But like inside of that,
Yeah.
that's where people. That's their weekend getaway.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that where Brandon's house is, everything around Brandon's house is a weekend, except for Brandon. Now, Art's house, that's the
Right,
outskirts because it's got its own road. Brandon, you come out and you're in the campground.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's all on the road.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's,
I just
when
see.
your old man
I don't
yeah.
see those trailers.
Yeah.
As
Yeah, they're like
campground.
livable homes.
Yeah,
They're
they're
like
they're
campers,
fucking
yeah.
real like
Yeah.
trailers. They're
mean,
not they're not a camper with an awning built on top
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Like,
I think you'll find that at every campground, though. It's just that if we would go to another
only-
campground, we
no,
wouldn't
no,
notice
no.
it because we're
You're
there.
talking
to
about
camp.
campgrounds in Charlestown.
That's
That
true.
is its own breed.
Yeah.
What
of
does
stuff.
anybody know what Johnny charges? To,
No
like,
idea.
keep-
No, because you know what? I like at one point I was curious because I was thinking like before like me and Aubry got serious, I was like, might not be a bad place to live. I mean,
It can't be much, right?
they got Atlantic broadband cable. Like,
I mean, what does he charge Brandon? Like 500?
No, he doesn't.
who
charge
doesn't
anything.
charge him shit?
Oh,
Yeah.
Art, I think. I
That
don't even know if he charges
motherfucker.
Art anything.
No, Art gets charged because he pays for it all up front when he gets his taxes back.
Oh, yeah, because he gets like $1
For
million.
the year.
Yeah, he pays for the year.
You got so many damn kids. I mean,
Yeah, Brandon doesn't pay.
yeah, but
also, as a result of not paying, Johnny just doesn't give a shit about that house.
when I go home,
or a son, sadly.
Well,
yeah, when I go home, I see that Ponderosa Pines, and it's just a ruin, right?
Yeah.
No one has lived there for years, obviously, and it's just been.
Where is that at?
woods.
When
So like,
I never knew there was actual campground where you live.
Yeah.
so like when you're
Me either.
Yeah, when you're driving down, and then the beach is on the left,
Yeah.
to the right, like all that woods back there, that
Used
was
to be a-
campground.
oh,
Yeah.
Like it can't
Like
similar to
even
the
those
Johnny's.
apartments that are right there, that
Oh.
was part of the
Oh,
campground.
okay.
Yeah, like if you go around where we used to skate down around that
Yeah.
turn.
Oh, the loop.
They-
yeah, to the left of all that.
Dude,
Oh,
it
okay.
used to be awesome because obviously there was like the pool, there was an actual pool, there's the arcade with a grill, like
A
there was-
grill?
like
Whoa.
no, like an actual like restaurant where you can
Yeah.
go and get like
It was
hot
a
dogs or
snack
French
bar.
fries
Oh,
and shit,
shit.
like that. And
Place was popping.
yeah, they had like a basketball court down there, and then like the convenience store, the corner store where I get my fun dip.
Fun dip.
Yeah, my fun dip. But yeah, when I go down there now, it's just like
depressing.
yeah, it's depressing because like I just remember how awesome it was as a kid, like just riding my bike down there.
Do you think that if you bought it and put money into it, that it would become something like it used to be?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
I think at this, I think in the
the age we live in.
age, yeah, like
Shitty people are now drug addicts and like
I also-
like pill heads and shit. They're not just people who want.
yeah,
to,
I also feel
You know what I
like the age that we were that campground was pretty old, and it had its heyday, right? And it's like,
But yeah, like there's a rotation of shit though.
but like who the fuck wants to come to fucking
Craft
Charlestown?
Haven, bro.
Fucking
It's-
Craft
Craft
Haven
Haven.
is a
But
popping
that's what I'm
place,
saying, like,
and
they already have-
Pennsylvanians need
already have
a
Craft
place
Haven.
to.
Well, that-
But I mean, like what they're doing now is they're trying to build like a neighborhood, like an
then
actual
they'll
neighborhood.
just
That's
sell
what they're
that.
doing. Yeah, they're trying to sell
That'll
it.
up
And that's
build
going to be
neighborhood.
upscale. Then.
Yeah, that's
that'll
what-
up your mom
That's
and
actually
dad's
like
house value like crazy, probably.
that's that's on like a little tiny peninsula. That's some prime property right there.
yeah.
The whole fucking town there is
Yeah.
prime property.
What are they
It's
selling
just
that land
crazy?
for? Or that, like,
$300,000.
Yeah, Greg looked into it.
Greg needs to fucking sell his
'Cause, you
property.
know,
What
you
comes
did-
with that though? The beach and that land.
Yeah.
Well, see, here's where the problem is that
Right.
every
communal beach.
yeah, everyone that's on that peninsula down there has it's written into
It's
their
communal
deed. Yeah,
property.
they're allowed to go. It's in their deed that they have access to that beach. So if they sell that, they still have access to the beach because like
Oh
my-
shit.
my dad would constantly get into fight with his name was Slim. He I
don't know
if that was his real name, but we called him Slim. But yeah, he would constantly get in fights with this guy. He was the owner of the campground because he would always deny my mom like entrance into the fucking beach. And my dad would just be like, "No, we have fucking access to this beach. It's in our
I got a key, motherfucker."
Yeah, literally, like, well, it was always open at that time, time. But yeah, it's actually everyone's property. It's written in their deed that they're allowed access to that beach, and that's why it's hard to sell that because you have to, figure it out with everyone that lives there.
Right. It's funny you say that because like with our house, we have communal property within Nottingham Fields. So, and like we're talking acres and acres. Mm-hmm. Like there's good land. Like behind Nick's house, there's communal property. I think like where that creek is, like where he has that walkway. Yeah. I don't think that's his. I don't think that creek is actually his property, but it's communal property.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of a selling point, but it's kind of not because it's like there's nothing you can do with it, but yet you can't sell it, you can't keep it. You got to pay fucking like for us, we have to pay HOA fees on it and shit because if somebody breaks their neck on it, then it's a fucking lawsuit and shit like that. So I don't know. It sucks that you can't. I don't know. Not that I really care, but like it'd be cool to bring something of the nostalgia that you're thinking about back for more people.
Oh my god, like it would be great, like if you could, but I don't know if I don't know. You never know until you actually try. It's just it's
well the problem. One of the other problems is like people aren't outside like they used to be.
That's true.
Even like us or kids or whatever, they're mostly staying inside.
I think I'm pretty outside.
Yeah. Well, I mean, grew up in a different time, but I'm saying like there's a reason why that campground went out of business. It wasn't because Slim decided to pick up and just be like, I'm done with this.
Well,
it's
you were talking fire. I thought like the motherfucker.
No. That so it slowly went out of like when I knew that it was like popping. Like that was not the heyday that my dad would talk. My dad would talk about how ridiculous it would be, but like what I knew of it, it was like on its decline. So, by the time they finally closed up, they started, everyone moved out of the property or whatever. And then while I was away in the Navy, obviously someone went in there and burnt down the property. Something happened because that building was still there. And that one little like spire where the hobos hang out. That's the only thing that's left there because it's concrete and everything else burnt down because someone started the fire.
Ryan started the fire. It was always burning in the world.
But yeah, that happened after they closed down.
Oh,
so it was on the decline. Like, I don't think you'd be able to resurrect. What it was.
Ain't nothing coming back.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah. It was nice.
Yeah, you just put a gnarly bar down there, and then you're good to go.
Nobody's gonna come down there.
I don't know.
Why did no one come to the Beachcomber?
Because it's not on the water.
Why?
Because it was a shithole.
Dude, if you
go everywhere else there but the Beachcomber.
That's a good idea. If you put a bar down there with the beach.
Oh, yeah.
It's too far out of the way.
Not for people in their boats.
And he's got a point.
It's a weekend only.
You really have to make it like something like Red Eye Dock Bar.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it's
you have
weekend
to make
only
it
or something
big,
for a while.
Big. Well, you still got to make it big. You gotta have fucking like bikini dock girls or something. Like, I'm serious.
Scantily clad men.
No, I'm serious. Like I'm not no businessman, but
it's a hard sell because maybe years down the road when it's a little bit more developed, like if they were to take that the campground and make it into an actual neighborhood, right?
I bet money that everybody in Craft Haven would go over there to the bar.
Well, everyone in Craft Haven are alcoholics.
That's what I'm saying.
Johnny would buy that place.
Yeah. It's a hard sell, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's out of the fucking way.
Yeah,
a little bit, but
on a boat, it's
not. It's right there. And
but the boating scene is not a thing anymore up here. It's died. It's big time.
I mean,
Tidewater Marina is the biggest marina in the Upper Chesapeake, and that place is a fucking ghost town.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
hey, Charlestown Marina's got 4 less boats after last week. I mean,
Yeah.
So that even goes along with my dad was a commercial fisherman,
yeah,
and he quit in 2010, I want to say.
yeah.
So no, it's been longer than that. I think it was like 2005. He quit. So the business was on, like he was saying, like on a decline. Like he wasn't making any money doing it, and he did it for 30 years. And yeah, he ended up quitting, sold all of his nets and his like business to some sucker that fucking bought it and probably
Lost his ass.
yeah. Those fishing licenses were like $12,000.
Oh,
each.
yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, because he had like he could fish a certain amount of rockfish
Right.
a year. So
Yeah, I mean, the Upper Chesapeake is not the same way it used to be. That's for sure.
this is sad.
Yeah,
This is like-
absolutely. I mean, it's the place we live, so
Yeah, I have good memories just being.
I would
growing up there.
love for somebody to just buy something like that and make it a destination point. But
Oh yeah.
Greg makes the most money.
Yeah, but I also
Greg has the least desire to do something.
No, I would love
Greg
to.
wants to make a bar, right?
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
dope.
Bar?
But
Yeah, fucking buy
There's-
that.
I
Buy
don't
the
have.
shit.
It's
I don't
not-
make enough money to save any
Put
money.
your house there too.
Listen,
Yeah.
how about this? If I was an investor, which I could be in a sense of something like that, like I would love for, I would put money into Greg and to do what he wants to do. It ain't gonna be down there.
Greg, if you
It's just-
stop
it's
doing
just-
things for a year, you could save $15,000 to $20,000.
Yeah.
Wait, stop doing things like
Just
live
every
eat?
weekend he's not home, spending money eating out and
Not
shit like
every weekend.
Greg.
Not
A decent amount, but I'd try. I'm spending
90%
less
of the
money.
weekends. But I'm saying I'm not ridiculing you. You do what you do. I'm saying if you didn't
Right.
do that stuff, you would save
Oh yeah.
$20,000 a year. I guarantee it.
not 20,000.
How much money do you spend on beer in a weekend?
I
$100
did the math on that not too long ago. It's not super high. It depends if I go out to a bar, it's gonna be higher. But
I'm just saying, like if you stopped all that shit, I bet you could. I bet you waste $800 a month. Easy.
I'm saying
no, not
that
that high. No way.
I remember somebody talking about your meal prepping is to buy a cheesesteak for dinner and then buy a sub for lunch the next day.
Sounds good to me.
That's not considered meal prepping.
Is that me? You're talking about me?
Yes.
Well, I'm not saying I'm an expert in saving money. I'm just saying, but I also.
Oh, but you're going to give criticism?
well,
of what he
I don't
does?
make. Greg like almost triples my amount of money. He does triple the amount of money I make.
Triple, double, single, half. Like, I mean, you know what I'm trying to say.
The moral of the story is I'm just super jealous of Greg. So how much money he makes, and
fucking
Zach.
Big ass dick. Fucking makes a lot of money.
All the pants he wears has this great dick print.
Yeah.
You know, it's just everything about Greg is perfect.
Yeah,
His
he's-
pants are really
Except he
tight.
can't close his mouth.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
one downfall. He's got a weak chin too,
Yeah, it's
but he
really
covers
weak.
it up with a beard.
Yeah.
He's got a weak chin. He's losing his hair.
Oh, yeah,
his
that's good.
eyesight's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, but his dick makes up for
No
it.
one's perfect, okay, guys?
Except Greg's got that golden dick.
Yeah, he's
That
got-
golden dick.
He's got that diamond dick.
I don't even know what you guys are even.
Man, who knows?
What's
I
that
don't know.
even mean?
Yeah.
I don't either.
Anyway, back on the old nostalgia. So like I
Wait,
you know,
I wanna
I
hear-
thought I
I
was
wanna hear
about
this-
done with this
Well,
shit.
no,
but
no,
let's go ahead.
I feel I kind of
Yes,
feel
sir.
bad. Like I don't think kids these days have that feeling of being able to.
You don't
That was the
fucking
oldest-
know.
I don't. I obviously I don't. But I mean like there is such an attachment to internet, right? Like I
Oh,
didn't.
absolutely.
I didn't have internet growing up, obviously, and
Yeah.
like I had dial up when I got it, and that shit was a pain in the dick.
It was
Like-
uninteresting
Yeah,
to use.
Like, yeah.
yeah, blue balled the shit out of you.
Yeah, literally fucking take 5 minutes to download a picture. And then you get all the way down to the good bits, and it's a fucking dick.
Oh my god.
Which explains a lot now.
About how he is.
I might as well just finish. Halfway there.
just cover it here.
I can't even cut the camera away. Jesus Christ.
Well, I want to hear about fart knocker.
But no,
I don't
yeah,
know if
like you said, I don't know, but I have an idea that's like, you know, they are. I mean, like right now, I'm too attached to technology. It's just.
You said you're not attached to that.
I know I'm not, but I feel like I still am attached to technology, obviously. But it's just
I guarantee you, if I wanted to, I'm not saying that I want to, but if I wanted to, I could turn that phone off for a week straight, and I would not miss anything.
I mean, I could too. I mean, I don't have any social media.
Yeah, wait. You're the guy that doesn't even have social media other than like a Snapchat account that you don't even use, and you're the one saying that like.
Well, it just goes back to I just don't like the attachment to. That's why I don't have it. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to say this. You would suffer more if your Xbox was turned off for a week.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely would.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's so it's not about social media; it's about technology and internet and entertainment.
Yeah, I would suffer more, but I could still turn off the Xbox and just.
I want to.
No Destiny.
Yeah, no Destiny. Yeah. Like I usually go in.
What the fuck would you do?
Housework. I'm a grown ass man.
Housework. You don't own your house. You wouldn't even.
So even when I was down in Virginia Beach, like I spent a majority of my time working on the house. Right,
because it was your house though.
Yeah, and like the only time I ever like actually got on Destiny was when I had a good amount of time where I could play with some friends. Like now I'm just doing it because there's nothing else to do, and I just don't feel like working on.
Look at her. Hold on. Camera 3. Perky ass over here.
Yeah, camera 3.
I want to.
Camera 3 just saw your tampon.
I think that I'm obviously not like the biggest guy in technology. I mean, I like having my phone. I like being on social media and stuff, but I'm not like super into it. Like I don't ever comment or status anything on Facebook or Twitter or anything, but I have it. But I think that like for me, a cell phone has brought up a completely different avenue of something like. And Greg's gonna make fun of me, and probably Zach. But I wrote an entire book on my phone.
You wrote a book?
I did on my phone.
That's so much of a pain in the ass. I didn't realize.
Why would you write it on your phone?
Yeah, it seems
pull a fucking laptop out.
No. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, like it seems so fucking waste of time to do it on your fucking phone.
Look,
he did it through Siri.
No.
That would make more sense if I would have said that.
No. When I wrote it, like when I sat down at a computer, I've tried for years. Greg knows I've been writing for fucking 10 or 15 years, trying to anyway. So I sat down at a computer and I would just like get bored, right? And then I finally
you open up a private tab and fucking
give me a beer, please.
You fucking go to town on yourself.
So, but I wrote my entire book at work on my phone over the course of like 5 or 6 months because if I'm out in the middle of like walking through the plant or something and I get an idea, I just pulled my phone out and would write it. You know what I mean? And that's how it worked. Like I didn't have to have a laptop or bulky computer or whatever. It just was all on my phone. So I think it's very convenient.
Yeah, I mean, like I find
not that everyone's going to do that, but I think I love having my phone. And I think probably mostly for that reason that I did that.
Yeah, there is a convenience factor to it because like I rarely ever find myself on my laptop. There are some things I need my laptop for.
I'll say this that Aaron, you are a saint, a savior, and I guarantee you, if you had a bus, you'd be a really good bus driver. Just saying. You're just
I don't know what that means.
Huh? No, I'm just saying, whatever you're good at, like if you put your mind to it, you could be really good at it.
Yeah,
and he decided to be a bus driver.
Yeah, if you had a kite, you'd be really good at flying that thing.
And by the way, I really like you and your glasses. I don't know if I've ever
back
seen
off
that
my
before.
woman.
Listen, I'm trying to give her a compliment.
So those lenses look fake.
50% review on these because I wore them to work, and 50% of people were like, "I love your."
Nah, I think they're great. You look really cute.
The other 50% were like, We're like, my grandma.
Change the camera.
Why are your glasses so big?
No, I like them. They're cute.
Are you wearing fake lenses like Greg is?
It's funny that you make fun of Greg that I actually have like black frame glasses with fake lenses.
Damn.
You can actually see now.
Can we get a close up?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Don't.
Something wrong.
You look like you're gonna work on something. Like they look like safety
something
glasses
wrong
on you.
They are girls' glasses for sure.
Let me see these.
Let's see.
These are heavy.
Put them on, Greg.
Holy shit!
Let me see.
Oh no, dude,
Oh,
these
you
are
look kind of adorable.
these are just fucking glass in there. There's no magnification or anything in these.
Blind.
It helps.
Hey, do I look like John Murray?
You do. It looks a lot
yes,
like
you
John
do,
Murray.
actually. Whoever wears those glasses looks like John Murray.
Hey.
Fucking hipster ass fuck.
I want to hear before we end this. I want to hear about Fart Knocker.
Fart Knocker? You never heard about
I
Fart
don't think,
Knocker?
I may have, but I can't
You
think.
got to bring Fart Knocker in here.
Well, he said it a little bit ago.
Well, he said it.
Yeah.
So
I
those. I mean,
This is Zach's dark side.
yeah, this is my dark day. So like,
This is when he was an asshole to somebody.
so yeah, I can be an asshole,
When
obviously,
he
but I
wants
have a
to.
very gentle side, obviously. Very gentle.
You have
Most
an eyelash on your face.
Wah.
You want to blow it away?
Yeah, blow it off his
You got
face.
it.
Greg.
Yeah.
So Fart Knocker was one of those trailer park kids, and I hated that fuck. Me and Russell.
So when you say trailer park, like he was there permanent.
Was he like?
yeah, he was a permanent member.
The monther.
Was he like
Yeah.
a Henry Bowers from It? Name drop.
He wasn't like that. Like, you know, Henry Bowers was an asshole and fucking knifing people, but
Yeah.
no, this guy was just
Well, he could be now.
he was he
Oh,
he was
Fart
special.
Knocker.
He was special, but like
Did you just fart?
he was just like a
Gross.
little douche, and like I didn't even give him the name Fart Knocker. My dad gave him the name Fart Knocker.
That sounds like a name a dad would.
My
give
dad
someone.
Fart Knocker.
it's like I remember some things, and my dad would like bring up some stuff like what I did, like what me and Tom would do to Fart Knocker, and I'm like, man, I completely forgot about that. But like my dad's just sitting there like just fucking like he just loves it. It's like what we did to fucking Fart Knocker.
So you were just all around mean to him.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Did you
probably,
drop 2-week-old piss
was
on
like
him?
when I
well,
went-
it was like you guys and Ben.
Yeah.
So
No, don't add me into this.
so Fart Knocker, like we didn't like him, and we told him this. Like we didn't like him hanging out with us. Like obviously, if someone told you, hey, we hate your guts, don't hang out with us,
I'd still hang out with him.
you just fucking keep hanging out with you. Yeah. So he would keep hanging out, and like my dad would tell us about how we just like he'd come around, and me and Russell and Tom would just spray him down with a hose until he fucking left. And I'm like, wow, man, I was a fucking asshole. And then I'm just thinking about it, and one day like me and Russell and Tom were out playing like tag or something, you know, out in the woods, because that's
Who's
what
in
we
my
did.
house?
We just out in the woods, and Fart Knocker comes strolling up, and I don't remember who did it, but one of us grabbed a dead tree branch off the ground, and it was a rather large tree branch, probably
Not
about
a
the
stick.
yeah, it was probably about the width of your arm, right? And
So
like
like
real
Greg's
real
dick.
long, yeah, real long. And whether it was me or Russell, and we just broke the shit over his back. And while he was like doubled over, one of us pantsed him. And so
Jesus
so like
Christ.
So you assaulted and sexually assaulted.
so like yeah, like
So
well,
if you
no,
became
it gets
famous,
better. It gets better.
double
It gets better. So like so this is when I figured out that he goes commando in those things. So like we pants him, and it's just straight dong, just fucking hanging out, and just, you know, not a pretty dong, obviously.
Not as pretty as
So
yours.
he's doubled up, his pants are around his ankles, and like he still wants to hang out with us. And we're just like, we hate you. Just fucking
Like,
leave us alone.
when do you take the hint?
Yeah, when do you
that
take the hint? And like one
I
time,
don't want to ever see you again.
the one time I do regret, like, I mean, I regret it all, obviously, because I don't want to ever.
Can we
be
get
like
a
bully.
on air apology to Fart Knocker?
After
Here
the
it
story? So the one time that I actually kind of regret is that, you remember Fruitopia?
Wait, you don't regret
yeah.
beating the shit out of him?
I do. I really
He's
regret
getting
this.
to it.
Okay.
So you guys remember Fruitopia? How
Yeah.
they added that Fruitopia machine in fucking
in Charlestown Elementary School.
Yeah, so Fruitopia was big. You
Yeah.
spend your 50 cents, you got your fucking Fruitopia, you're going home.
Yeah.
And Fart Knocker had his Fruitopia, and we steal it from him. And me and Russell were just having a game of catch monkey in the middle with his Fruitopia, and my fucking you know, I bobble the catch and drop the Fruitopia on the ground. The thing explodes, and you know, I feel bad. Russell feels bad too, and we're just like, and we go home. And he goes home. He tells his mom, and his mom comes like fucking
Fart knockering through the neighborhood.
guns ablazing, like literally like kicks down like our door to our house and starts bitching out my mom. And like my mom, she gets pretty heated, and being an Asian mom, and she like just fucking, she doesn't even know what happened. She just goes off on her, and like with like no reason for argument, she's just yelling at her. And like eventually she yells her out of the house, and like it leaves. And
Victory.
yeah, and like my mom says something to me, and I'm like, yeah, we broke his Fruitopia, and she's like, oh, all right, it's just fucking 50 cents. It's like, but obviously as you're a kid, you feel bad. It's something that means something to you, and we broke that thing. But Fart Knocker, if you're listening,
Hold on. Before you start this, so you gotta get it right into this camera. Right there. Talk to him.
Fart Knocker, if you're listening, I'm sorry, but I still hate your guts.
That's fucked up. Greg, do you want to apologize to Ben?
Yeah, fucking smeared mud all over his face.
Ben,
No, we just threw mud at him. It's different.
Yeah, there you
It
go.
might have hit him in his face.
are you sorry?
I do apologize for it, but it's still a really funny story. It's always gonna be.
Now we just need to
It
get,
didn't kill him. Hopefully,
No, yeah.
it made him stronger.
I don't think he's killed anybody or himself, so no harm, no foul.
So,
But it's a thing. I was never really a bully. To
no,
people,
yeah,
so.
it's
No, I wasn't.
But you're apologizing.
Yeah.
You guys were little dicks. when you
Oh
were
yeah, we were
Yeah.
total
There's
assholes.
a lot of
Big
people
dicks.
that were little dicks.
Yeah.
A lot of big people that were little dicks.
Yeah.
so like, his name was Brian, Fart Knocker, but his dad like he had this camper, right? It was
Oh,
like
yeah.
an RV camper. And the intersection between Mountain Hill Road or Mountain Hill and then Carpenter's Point Road, that T right there.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know what.
No one in the world that will ever watch this has any idea
it's
what we're
it's just
talking
a T, right?
Yeah.
So it's a T. So something happens. He falls asleep at the wheel, and
Or-
he goes straight through that thing, and he ramps that T, and he lands like in the. He's completely fine, but like that RV is destroyed. Like
Yeah.
I remember coming up to it, and like his RV's in there. I was
Yeah,
like,
and
that's
it
Fart
wasn't-
Knocker's dad.
Yeah, it wasn't an RV. It's a truck with like
With a camper on it.
Yeah, the camper in the
like
back.
a
In the
beige
back.
camper.
Yeah. I remember seeing that.
And I just remember my dad, and he's just like, "That's Fart Knocker's dad."
about. Stop doing that.
My bad, though. Poor Fart Knocker.
Yeah,
I never bullied anybody, man. I was a good guy.
I didn't really do. I don't think I did.
that was
I
the
think
only one.
the worst person I bullied was probably my brother. So if my brother ever watches this shit, hey bud, I love you. Sorry, I was. An asshole.
So, I've told Greg about like stories that I had with me and Tom, and like we obviously brothers, we'd bully each other, and Tom's kind of a little shit, and like I just like get mad at him sometimes and just like fake him out,
boogers.
and I just like pretend to like punch him in the face, but I wasn't gonna punch him, and like I'd fake him out. And he just like so quick, just fucking hit me in the face like twice, and just run. He just run off like so quick, and I'm just like,
Well, you're the one fucking faking him out.
Well,
little shit.
yeah, it's because he did something that pissed me off. I don't remember what it was, but like I wasn't even gonna hit him. Like I just faking him out, and his reflexes were so fast. He hit me in the face so quick. And I'm just sitting there like just so stunned, like what the fuck just happened? so I chase him down, and Tom is so quick. So he runs into his room, he locks his door. He has like a legit lock. It's not like one of those closet locks. So you need like an actual key to get in there. And I'm trying to get him out. I'm like beating the door handle or the doorknob with like a pole that I find nearby.
I think I remember this story.
This is like ingrained in my head. So like I'm like hitting the door. I'm so mad. And the first thing I think of is to grab a bottle of ammonia
Jesus
and try to
Christ.
flush him out of the door, out of the room. And I start
Louise,
pouring
dude.
this ammonia like under the door. It doesn't work. He just opens the window and just fucking just sits in there until my dad comes home. He's like super pissed because there's like dents in the door and like the doorknob doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I never had any of those.
No, I had some good times with Tom.
Yeah, that's a good time.
No, I mean like we were like a year and a half apart, so we were pretty close, but we also got in some fights. But
I was gonna say,
it's just funny looking back upon.
I don't know what Brandon did to me exactly. He hit me somehow. It might have been like I don't know. All I know is he did something to me.
Tom, you're an asshole.
And
I love you, though.
and I had a full soda can in my hand. And
Yeah.
and I just smashed him motherfucker in the face with it. I was like, I'm
Christ.
sorry. That was way harder than I meant to hit you.
I went way too hard in the paint right now.
Yeah.
Well, I
What
mean,
did he say to you?
I don't remember. I just remember nailing it with it. Like, I didn't mean to hit you so hard.
Brandon did like dump 2-week-old piss on Adam. He was just Brandon was probably the Houlihan.
Yeah, like Brandon went too hard
Yeah.
many times.
Yeah, Brandon was a bully. Brandon was the privileged rich kid bully, but it was hilarious.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, he made fun of me a lot, but like it was all I was his friend, so it wasn't that bad. But yeah, like he went too far with Ben and like, Adam and Shane. Well, Shane deserved it probably.
Yeah.
But I love Shane.
You think about like people like so like I was never a bully, but like since I was born, Brandon Sadler, he was like my best friend for the longest time. I mean, we lived across the street from each other since we were both born. But his little brother Justin was such a little shit, such a little shit. And it's not his fault because he was like. When you think of like ADD and ADHD, and you're like, oh, like these kids can't concentrate. No, this kid was like fucking 150% all the time. Like you couldn't stop this kid.
Right.
And he was just such a little shit. I never did anything mean to him, but like, oh my god, he was just like, oh, just give this kid like a fucking
Fidget spinner.
Yeah, fidget spinner. No, give him like a Quaalude or something. I don't even know Quaaludes were still around at that point in time, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are we done?
You got something to talk about?
I'm done.
No, I'm done.
You tired?
I've been born done.
Yeah.
It's past 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Probably gonna roll out soon.
I think it's time to go. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and to everyone that is watching, which is like one person, I don't know.
Antonio.
Maybe we'll
Still in
see.
here?
Yeah.
I wish everybody a happy Christmas Eve, and I hope everybody stays safe and don't do anything that I wouldn't do, which, I mean, not a lot of things I wouldn't do, but, just be safe. Don't hurt nobody. Don't hurt yourself. Don't
shit your pants.
Hey, dude, tomorrow will be the 24th of December. I have not shit my pants
Technically.
this year so far.
Yeah.
So I
You
still
got
have
7 more days.
7 more days to fuck that
Technically, it's the 24th of December.
up.
7 days, Jake.
Happy Christmas Eve, everybody! It's been another episode of the Ultimate Men's Conversation. Y'all fuck up. Bye, Felicia! Thanks for watching.
It means so much that you watch. If you're still watching, I know you are. Make sure you leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't. It means a lot.
It means a lot.